Alright, I believe we're all set to go, so I'll give myself the audio check as soon as my smartphone catches up. But it seems this evening it's gonna be spinning its wheels a lot. Mainly because since I'm back over on Twitch, I do not have my Wi-Fi fortification device active right now. So I guess I have no choice but to plug it back in. Yeah, it's just me on repeated frame fail. So yeah, I gotta wait for my Wi-Fi to reconnect so I can be able to hear my smartphone okay. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I can see that you guys are in chat, so I do know for a fact that you can hear me one way or another, right? You can. Okay, good. Good, I don't have to rely on unreliable technology. Good. Alright, so I'm sure that you guys probably wanted me to get back to this for a while, but knowing that we were close to the also continuation of Dawn Trail's newest patch, combined with the fact that the year was almost over, I thought it made sense to resume doing NOD-KRAI's main story again once the new year got underway. And now that it has, we can finally get back to business. So, it has been a while, but we are ready to get back to it, and hopefully we will get some more answers with whatever it is that we'll be doing next here in NOD-KRAI. We've accomplished a lot already, but let's see how much more we can accomplish. So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Mathai Griffin back with you for the continuation of Let's Play Genshin Impact live here on Twitch. So it's good to see you, Luna and Charles, and good to see you both. So let's go ahead and get to it this evening. But yeah, we'll see what is in store for us. So before we continue on, I will show you what has happened since I've been gone. So as far as getting characters to level 90, I do have a new level 90. And finally, I have a Dendro reach this milestone. Nefer has reached level 90. So, definitely grateful to, after all this time, I have every other element on a character that is not the Traveler at level 90, except for Dendro, until now. Nefer finally meets this quota, and I'm glad to have her on the roster in this situation. So in addition, I also have some other characters who, once I get them ascended, should be able to get to level 90 pretty quickly. I don't have much left as far as getting materials concerned for Skirked. Once I get her past that point, I can start grinding her to level 90. And Fischl is a character that I've recently got into my roster, and I've gotten her up to level 80.
I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin der Verirrten.
Yeah, I guess she was trying to make a big grandiose speech. Got Tignari to level 70, as well as Dea, Sucrose and Kai as well. I've also started getting characters that were low level up into the 50s and 60s, so that process has been getting underway in earnest. Jehoda has also been added to my roster as well as Ifa. But most of these other characters you know that I already have in my roster at this point. Everyone is at least level 50 now. And that includes my newest addition, who I just got literally last night. Chevreuse has been added to my roster. So she's now here, and she is at level 50 herself. And it looks like she's snacking on some currywursts, is that? Maybe possible. Certainly looks like something like currywurst. Plus, I've also, off camera, started to dabble in looking at the Melastria Wonderland. I'm not going to show it off here, but I do have my female and male travelers. I have Lore as my female traveler and Claudio as my male traveler. So I have got these characters created in Melastria Wonderland, but I really haven't taken a look at it beyond just character creation right now. But you may have noticed them as well off camera, or not quite on camera, but I was trying to also see if I could get Venti, because Venti came up again in a window just before I went off on Christmas vacation, but could not get her again. So, yeah, the one character that I really want in my roster more than any other, and I still can't get Venti. So, as it stands right now, the goal is to try and now get Veresa. I do have a week left to try and add Veresa into my roster, so hopefully that'll work out. I do have the Welkin active right now, so in a couple days I will know whether or not I will have Veresa added into my roster or not. But the focus of the evening is going to be the fact that the main story here in NOD-KRAI has had its next chapter added. So that's what we're going to focus on tonight. So, yeah. But before they let me do this, and I don't understand why this is, they won't let me advance until I play Genius Invocation TCG back in Mondstadt, which I've completely forgotten how to play the game, and I quite frankly just don't care. I really genuinely do not care about Genius Invocation TCG, but the fact that the game has made it a requirement now to advance the main story is just sad. Because I really do not care. No, they won't let me. I press enable focused experience mode and they say play Genius Invocation in TCG. You don't have a choice. You have to play this. So I'm going to need to be re-tutorialized. Because or else I can't play more NOD-KRAI tonight.
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near.
Yeah, of all the things to do as a main story block is to force you to play an optional game. Yeah, in fact, I don't even remember where I have to play this. Go down my ever-growing list. But yeah, I just do not care about this game. So, I'm gonna need your guys' help to beat Fischl in a game of Genius Invocation TCG, or else I cannot continue on the main story.
I ask you once again, Outlander.
Yes, let's
then
go.
It is time to see what you are made of.
Alright, so since I need your guys' help to be allowed to continue on in the main story, let's see what I'm allowed to do. Select your first character. Might as well go with Diluc.
Let's go.
Not much in terms of fire. Because, yeah, fire's his thing, so I need much way better rolls. Actually, that was Geo. Shit. Okay. Yeah, insufficient elemental dice, so use skill. Well, I'd like to, but the game won't let me. That's for animal, that's for Geo. Prerequisite not met. No valid targets. Yeah, I do not like my hand right now. Yeah, why would you do this game?
This will be interesting.
Oh, it's my turn again? No, it's not. Yeah, if only I was allowed to attack, but my roll was total shit. Prerequisites not met. We did that already. Can't do that because I have no more cryo. Prerequisites not met. No valid targets. I don't know how to attack with nothing in my hand. I would like to pass on my turn and see if I can get new cards. End round. But my opponent does nothing either. That's a whole lot of nothing. Actually, hold on. Yeah, because Sucrose was favored here.
I want to help.
Yeah, Official's been able to do a whole bunch of stuff while I've been able to do absolutely nothing. It's better than nothing. Prerequisite not met. Only if your character is defeated, which that has not happened. Insufficient dice. That may be usable. But my opponent has initiative. Oh, it's my turn. Oh, look what shows up. 3 cryos. So take your attack.
This will be interesting.
But you have to keep switching because the rolls are not favorable. Alright. No valid targets. Prerequisites not met. Oh, I've been blocked out. Alright. Wow, 4 cryos. That's amazing.
As the cryptic chronicles of fate have prophesied, so do I command. In the name of the Prinzessin, deal your almighty final blow and bring all that moves in the heavens to an everlasting standstill.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, when am I allowed to use a special move like that? Yeah, prerequisites not met. Did that. Oh, she goes next. Put her away.
Vayne.
This is but a small sacrifice necessary to achieve ultimate victory.
And round. Are these like wild cards? Yeah, these are wild cards, right?
Get out of here!
And there's the cancellation of myself.
Now see what happens to those who dare defy the Prinzessin!
Proudly.
Swirl, Mark 2!
All that for 1 point. Wow. All that for 1 point. All right. Oh, I had to burn a card because I have too many in my hand. Not very useful here. Let's see if I can get the Luke back on the horse. But he goes first.
Get out of here!
Yeah, she's just shredding my ass.
Let's go.
Yeah, and I still have to get through Kaya also. Alright, ending my turn. You're down.
Couldn't break the curse.
Hi, Paimon. Bye, Paimon.
What happened? Oz, with lightning twixt upper and lower mandible, strike thy pointy beak into this obstacle and remove it from my path!
Mein Fräulein, I cannot simply attack the traveler.
Oh, just go kill me, please. Once again, not helpful here. Did get a couple of wild cards, though.
Dodge this!
It's a damage race at this point. Yeah, we're gonna keep you alive. Or try to, at least. Alright, I got everything out of that I could. The geese are on full crow. So hit me for your damage there. This is really getting down to it.
I can do it.
We are really taking this down to the wire. Burn them off. Is there a way?
My research has failed.
Let's go.
Get out of my life.
This doesn't look good.
Yeah, a mandatory story event being forced by an
Impossible!
optional game.
Ugh, the cursed dragon looms near once more, casting its dark shadow on the slender threads of fate, hiding them from my vision. Traveler, was even this part of your plan?
I wasn't even paying attention because I don't know what I'm doing.
Ingenious plot, and what an exciting duel to witness.
It actually was.
Congratulations! You've won 3 duels now. That makes you an official TCG player. Yeah! Oh, Sucrose, you're back! Does that mean... Yep. I've won 2 games so far. When I got back, I heard you were in the middle of your final duel, so I came over to watch. Nice! Sucrose won 2 as well! Great work! It seems I am forced to admit, fellow voyager of the stellar void, that your mastery of the cards is second to none.
More like none whatsoever.
To commemorate your glorious ascent to a battlefield beyond this lowly mortal realm, I grant thee an incarnation of my majesty in miniature. As you embark on this ingenious vocation, may you wield it in battle against all your fated foes, that not a single one of them may be left standing.
Main Fräulein wishes to give you a Main Fräulein character card.
Wow, it's Fischl's character card!
Yeah, I dare not take advantage of the princess's generosity.
'Tis a mere token of such. To the victor of this splendid duel is a boon of commensurate splendor due. Oh, excuse me, ma'am. I am also a beginner who has won 2 games so far. Might I also have the honor of joining you in a duel? If you would be willing, of course. Nothing would delight me more. I hereby grant you permission to join me in performing the hallowed rite of genius invocation. One other thing. When I got back, Prince and Shuyun said there was something they needed to give you. if you manage to become an official TCG player.
Yeah, hopefully not another test.
Probably not. Oh, Paimon bets it's some kind of prize for making it as an official TCG player. Let's go get our prize. With 3 electro dice.
Alright. Mr. Shuyun. It's been a while, sir.
Ah, so it was you who won the duel in the end. I knew you'd do it. Congratulations. You are now officially recognized members of the Genius Invocation TCG community. Very well done. Now, I will explain to you what becoming an official TCG player entails.
Hopefully not more forced games in order to advance the plot.
The first thing all new official TCG players receive is their TCG Player's Handbook. This handbook tells you exactly what you need to do to become a top-tier TCG player. Make sure you read it. Secondly, a range of Genius Invocation merchandise is now available for you to purchase here at the Cat's Tail. So you see, becoming an official TCG player is really just the first step. And thirdly, whenever you wish to play a game with a friend, you can use the invitation board there. Whoever you wish to duel against, simply invite them to the tavern for a game. Yes, it's right by the bar counter. Once you get the hang of it, you can play with your friends whenever you want. That's it, really. If there's anything else you didn't quite understand, you can always come and ask me.
Not that I would want to.
Yes, indeed, I'm quite sure they will. Oh, sorry, I forgot to translate for you. Prince would like to say, hope you have fun playing Genius Invocation TCG.
Hopefully I'll never have to play it ever again. Go away. Yeah, now a whole bunch of people want to say hi. Well, if nothing else, it did give me enough to get wish number 9. So, maybe able to get this tomorrow, a shot at trying to get Veresa into my roster. Oh, now what?
Wait, isn't that Tabby? What's she doing in the cat's tail? Tabby!
Oh boy.
Ah, it's you two.
What are you doing here? Wait, and how did you get out of the Serena teapot? You can do that?
Of course I can. Ah, but this is your first time seeing me outside of the teapot realm, isn't it?
Indeed.
Although the Adepti created teapot spirits primarily to manage and maintain their teapot realms, our movements are not restricted to those domains. For instance, there's Jade Seeker, who travels far and wide to gather the rarest treasures in the land. But it is true that I, in contrast, rarely leave the teapot realm at all.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. Huh. Well, since you so rarely leave, what's the occasion today?
Yeah, you didn't come from a drink, right?
As curious as I am to know how the drinks here differ from those in Liyue. No, in fact, I was sent here for a reason.
What reason is that?
And as it happens, it has something to do with the Traveler, too.
I'm sure it does.
Well, as I'm sure you've discovered, with the rising popularity of Genius Invocation TCG, inviting a friend to a duel in the tavern has become a fun way to pass the time. There's just one little problem. Many invitees currently have to travel an enormous distance to get here,
Makes
turning
sense.
the whole thing into quite an ordeal. I have therefore been sent here to create a little game room using the same Adeptus art as is used to construct teapot realms. That way, anyone with an invitation will need only to think the thought, and they will instantly appear in the game room. You will be free to use the room whenever you wish to invite a friend to duel, and it will be far more straightforward for them to take you up on the offer.
Wow, this will make things much easier. But what if Margaret finds out? She's not gonna get mad at you for renovating her tavern with your Adeptus arts, is she?
That shouldn't be a problem, since the realm will not be physically located within the cat's tail. Besides, we obviously sought the owner's permission in advance.
I'm sure you did.
She was quite enthusiastic. Oh, Liyue's Adepti arts sound pretty useful. Could you double the size of the tavern while you're at it? Unfortunately, my mastery of Adeptus arts is not sufficient to achieve this.
Huh. Yeah, that does sound like something Margaret would say.
Yeah, if you say so.
Anyway, it's great that you're here. I was expecting to have to wait until your next visit to the Teapot Realm to fill you in.
But all's well now.
Right then, let's get started.
Uses their Adeptus arts to model the tavern.
Okay, that should do it. Over to you. Now you can invite friends to duel with you in this room wherever in the world they are. I hope it serves you well. Oh, and I almost forgot. A guy from the tavern wanted me to say this to you.
And what's
Hope
that?
you will have fun playing Genius Invocation TCG.
Oh. Alright, so that's taken care of now. Yeah, let's be on our way. We spent way too long in here already. There's a main story that's calling my name. And it's high time we got to it. So, shall we get this night officially started? So, as we arrive on scene,
Oh, it's been a few days since we said bye to the others in Nasha Town.
or in my case, weeks.
Still no news about Rarer, though. Where could he have slunk off to? If only he was gone for good. But with all the trouble he stirred up before, there's no way we've seen the last of him.
Yeah, the con artist from the previous act.
Hello, you must be the traveler in Paimon?
Oh, hello, sir.
Mr. Flynn has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's been a serious wild hunt attack over at the quarry.
Uh-oh.
He thinks it's time to regroup and figure out a plan.
The Wild Hunt? Oh, uh-oh. We better get over there right away. Come on, let's go.
I'm ready if you are. Time to begin Act 3 of the Song of the Vulcan Moon. Next we gotta go to the quarry, which is gonna be obviously out of town. You know, can't help but wonder if it's faster to start from here. Let me catch what's over here first. If I somehow don't thread a unknown needle. That was unexpected. Yeah, fall in between the crates and then pass right through them. So as we make it to the beach. Yeah, we see Wild Hunt's smoke. But that's not all we see. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of people here right now.
I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This whole area feels like a soulless husk.
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable. As if the power of that energy cannon wasn't enough.
He's not seriously still getting stronger. What's his endgame here? Ah, everyone's here already. Hey, we made it. So, what's going on?
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rarir to strike again. But it's like he just vanished into thin air. No one has seen him nor found any trace of his presence.
Uh-oh.
That is, until this morning, when a ratnik found signs of Wild Hunt activity while out here on patrol. As you can see, the Crystonite itself is physically intact. but the Kuvaki it contained is all but completely diminished.
And we're sure that Rarir did this. Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Reikir of Solnari set to maximum threat level.
Oh, yeah. You know the threat level is real when her eyes are glowing.
Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will pose a threat beyond our ability to contain. The consequences could be catastrophic.
Traveler, do you remember when we encountered Rarir just after regaining his body?
It's been a while.
There wasn't a shred of sanity left. Nothing but madness and rage.
Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Then he started raving about how nothing in this world mattered to him. Oh, Paimon gets chills just thinking about it. Oh, but the thought that he's still out there, lurking somewhere in NOD-KRAI, waiting for his chance to strike? Oh, even chillier.
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage. If he has such overwhelming strength, why would he suddenly go into hiding?
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki, I'd just take it by force.
Of course you
No
would.
point staying in the shadows. Unless something went wrong. His whole resurrection thing didn't exactly go smoothly.
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely lost their mind still have the wherewithal to cover their tracks so perfectly?
Beats me.
According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always entail a complete loss of rationality. It may be that he is simply living in a world of his own.
That actually sounds about right. He was ranting away to himself the whole time, like he had zero interest in talking to us.
There are many unanswered questions here. He could be right under our noses, and we'd still be in the dark. Besides his name and title, we know little about him.
Exactly. And we wouldn't even know where to begin looking. Even Boss hadn't heard of the Rarir of Solnari before all this. I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in NOD-KRAI, we still wouldn't find more than, like, 3 useful facts about him.
So, if we do nothing, he'll just keep getting stronger. But if we want to investigate him, we have no idea where to look.
So what do we do?
Last time we had Marionette and her big robo-buddy to help us, and we still barely held our ground. If we had to face him alone... Oh, Paimon's head hurts just thinking about it. What are we supposed to do against a threat this big?
Yeah, what do we do?
Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Given that he attacked the quarry, I'd say it's likely he'll target other places rich in Kuvaki. Somewhere like the Eye of Krati, or the Pillar of Embla. One thing's for sure. If we just sit back and let him keep absorbing Kuvaki, we really won't stand a chance against him.
A perfectly reasonable hypothesis. However, it is worth noting that these two locations are quite far apart. To investigate them both, we'll need to split up.
I agree, we should split up. Right now, Rarir's goal seems to be gathering Kuvaki, not fighting us directly. Once we're done, let's regroup on Hisi Island.
Alright.
Wait, why Hisi Island?
If I recall correctly, your largest goddess statue was carved from Kuvaki-rich ore, was it not?
That's right. Yes, it could well be a potential target of his. I should head back and start evacuating the pilgrims.
So off she goes.
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But I guess we don't have much choice, right? We're in a race against time here. And if we do run into Rarir, what then?
That's when you follow the 3rd rule of treasure hunting. Run like the wind.
Didn't you say the 3rd rule was go with the flow?
I don't know. Did I?
What do you mean you don't
Anyway,
know?
Whatever. In this situation, go with the flow means go find backup.
Agreed. If anyone finds so much as a trace of Rarir, Do not pursue him. Get out of—
All right, we better get moving.
She's
Come on,
got an
Anappa,
itchy trigger
let's
finger
go.
right now. So as we begin our search. Hey, Hallelujah, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us tonight. So as they alert everyone that needs to be alerted, go to the Frostmoon Enclave. Oh, pretty deep into said Frostmoon Enclave. Yeah, it's good to see you again, Hallelujah. Thanks so much for coming. So what will happen now that we put everyone on high alert?
Any leads?
Nope. Diddly squat. No clues to where he might be hiding. It's like he's a ghost. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Ugh, I hate this feeling. I'd rather face him head on than be left hanging like this.
So, you guys didn't find anything either?
Not loving the word either. How about you, Flint's?
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigation down to one suspicious individual. But by the time I got to his place, he was already gone. Almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that, or he's just extremely cautious and doesn't stay in one place for long.
He's been biding his time for a while now. The question is, where or what is his next target?
No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost all interest in the fragment in my possession. If he did still want it, he's had plenty of chances to take it.
All we can do now is hope that Ino and Anefa turn up some leads. Darn it, Rarir. If you've got the guts, come face me one-on-one!
Is that a good idea?
Wait, he's actually here? I didn't mean it, I swear!
Yeah, that's why I said what I did.
No, it's coming from Silvermoon Hall. The Lady Kutar might be in danger.
Uh-oh.
Let's get over there, quick!
So as we make a break for it... who are those two? Well, I guess we know who one of them is. And it's not going well for her. Yeah, freeze. Rest on top of the water, literally.
Why is he attacking the damselette? What's going on?
No time for questions. Stop him!
Yeah, we've got to fight. We're coming to blows. Give it everything you got. Yeah, Jehoda?
This is insane.
Are you gonna intervene? Well, maybe not.
Kutar out of here!
Yeah, Llama taking a unexpected transformation. Yeah, meanwhile, the damselette is a damselette in distress. Oh, not good. Very, very, very not good.
Your feeble light has gotten you. Now you shall plunge into darkness. Thalindus, soon I will find a way.
Watch out!
Oh. Yeah, with the tap of his finger. Yeah, I don't think a single arrow will cut it. Thankfully, you're fast on your feet. With the mark that you left, unfortunately. Oh, are you gonna try and save us? Yeah, I can't touch you. But I can find a second wind. Look out! Run for your life while saving someone else's. Oh, hi, Anefa. Thanks for the force field. Oh! just escaped. Thanks to a single touch. But now, the hunt is getting more and more prominent.
Find them, even if it means turning this place to ashes.
Yeah, he's done holding back.
That was too close.
Yeah, it was.
We barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
Yeah, he's one of the 5 sinners, and that probably wasn't his full strength.
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by conventional standards.
I have a question.
Sure.
When me and Anetha showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. What was that all about?
Wow. Yeah, just coming out and say it, eh, Anno?
We weren't there for the whole thing either. They were already duking it out by the time we arrived.
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started. It all escalated so quickly, we had no choice but to step in.
Kutar, can you shed any light on the situation?
Yeah, how did he find you?
Kutar. Cross-checking database. I see. So you're the one that the Frost Moon Scions refer to as the Moon Goddess?
Wait, she's the moon goddess? Oh, no wonder she looks just like all those statues.
Yeah, he probably never even bothered to see what they really looked like in full detail.
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon, and just as many why they might despise it. I've never met that person before, but there was no mistaking his deep-seated hostility towards me. Why he holds me in such contempt, I cannot say. But since he hunts the power of the moon, it's no surprise that I am a target.
Kutar.
So how do we save you?
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the traveler escape his grasp. This could be his way of taking revenge. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you and seeks to take it for his own. The list goes on. But right now, devising a counter-strategy should be our #1 priority. The likelihood of this location being discovered is close to 100%.
Yeah, of course it would be. It would be plot themed that it should happen.
A counter strategy? But we don't stand a chance against an enemy like this. Surely our only option is to run.
Of course you would say
He's
that.
not gonna chase us to the end of the world, right? So as long as we can sneak out of NOD-KRAI undetected. No, I can't say that. Come on, Yehoda. This is serious stuff. You can't suggest we all just chicken out.
Running is our only option.
But yeah, but then...
Huh?
You seem surprised. But what other choice do we have? We are facing an enemy we cannot possibly defeat in battle.
Well, I mean, yeah, but still.
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you have plenty of time to make your escape.
But isn't your survival important?
Wait, what? You're gonna act as bait?
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he's after. There's no need for you to risk your necks on my behalf.
But that's why we're here!
A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon.
Well, that's one way to look at it.
What is it, Loma? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess. My presence here is no longer essential, and this is not my home, so you needn't ask me to stay.
We can't just roll over and let him get away with this. That's not our style.
Yeah. We can't just call it quits after everything we've been through together. Besides, she pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
Broken heart emoji.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning the favor would be a little crass for my liking. But suffice to say that we are friends, and friends look out for one another.
Riri's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
Yeah, running away won't solve anything. But what?
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scions so long ago. It was because people started treating prayer as a form of trade. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform miracles for them, as if that were their entitlement. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything, and that sometimes it takes losing something precious to appreciate its true worth. After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about whether the Frost Moon Scions need you. Any relationship based on need is purely transactional. What I truly hope is that you'll choose to stay, not out of obligation, but as part of our family. You were born here, and now you've returned. Who knows? Perhaps it was the moonlight that guided you home.
Oh. For the first time, she actually looks worried.
Thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid I will be of little use to you now.
Well, that's not our concern.
Very well then. I'll do as you say.
Both times you saved us, we were transported across great distances in an instant. Is that one of your powers as the moon goddess?
It is, but I find it very draining. I barely managed to pull it off just now, and it will be some time before I'm strong enough to do so again. Rejected by the world, my power is dwindling. Like a lake cut off from its source, slowly shrinking away. Now, it has almost run dry.
What do you mean, rejected by the world?
The 3 moons belonged to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. From the moment I was born, the world itself has been steadily sapping away at my strength.
That's not good.
The 3 moons are not one and the same. As the goddess of the Frost Moon, I cannot wield the powers of the other 2. Yet moonlight has a way of blending together. Each can reflect the other's glow. So when our fingers touched, I was able to restore my strength by drawing Kuvaki from the eternal moon's marrow. But this method of recovery is painfully slow. If only we could find the...
Uh-oh. Yeah, meanwhile, while we've been chatting...
It's the Wild Hunt!
Even faster than we expected. We'll have to finish this conversation later.
Time to make our last stand.
See how those wild hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely just a scouting party, which means Rerir won't be far behind.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get the heck out of here!
Alright. Begin.
Leave this place. For the everlasting forest.
Be silent, to dust.
Yeah, I've noticed who I'm playing as.
Rerir's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time, we can't fall back on Kutar's help to escape. This goes on much longer.
Yeah, well, they're in there somewhere. I can't see it, but they are.
Annihilation mode. For the everlasting forest. Leave
The long sleep beckons.
Look, rainbow! Chew on this!
Preparing for duster. By the frost moon of old.
Just keep cycling through, I guess.
Close your eyes. Night falls.
Ding dong water bomb!
The night
Annihilation mode.
Like, I don't understand how... I hope the frame rate is not collapsing right now.
You poor lost one.
Rush attack!
Be silent.
Preparing for duster.
The long sleep beckons.
By the frost moon.
Oh, we've run out of time. We held out as long as we could, but now... Yeah, look out. Oh, who's this? Oh, it's our point of contact from, Mondstadt. Yeah, the true captain.
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
Or is it? Oh, I thought that was the true captain of the Knights of the Favonius.
Who are you?
Uncle Varka! You're back from Amsvartnir?
Whoa! You're Varka,
Oh no, wait, he is.
Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
He's like, what? Like, that's the Grand Master, right? Yeah, it is.
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll be safe.
Oh,
All right.
is that where I think it is?
That's the one. Come on, move! There's no time to waste.
All right, Mr. Varka. So where do we end up?
Wow! Where are we? This is so well hidden.
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in NOD-KRAI, and a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network.
All right.
AKA, the black market of intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information. Their headquarters are in NOD-KRAI, but they've got contacts in every nation. As an expeditionary force on foreign soil, working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on reliable local intel. This is where we meet, so naturally, it's secure. Anyway, where were we? Folks from NOD-KRAI should be pretty familiar with me by now. But I believe this is the first time we've met.
It is.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
We've heard all about you. This meeting's been a long time coming. You look way younger than Paimon expected. But you definitely have that Grand Master vibe.
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not showing my age yet. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsvartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another fight with that freshly revived maniac.
Another? You mean you fought him before?
Oh, is that so?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise, but he saw us coming from a mile off. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the Wild Hunt.
Indeed.
The rest, you already know.
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days? Because he sees you as a threat?
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power. He's clearly working up towards something.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in NOD-KRAI? Why is the Wild Hunt returned in humanoid form? And why is it after you?
Yeah, where do we begin?
It's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Yeah, you try there, I know. So she brings Varka up to speed.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it.
Oh yeah.
So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this Wild Hunt activity in NOD-KRAI is the work of the Raker of Solnari, one of the 5 sinners. Oh, that's a lot to take in. Need some time to wrap my head around it all.
I'm truly sorry, Mr. Varka. You stood with us against the Wild Hunt and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into a full-blown catastrophe. And then, the one time you're away, it all comes to a head and all your hard work gets undone.
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow holds. You can't predict which way the wind will blow next. And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated the Wild Hunt in the past, we've never been able to completely wipe it out. Turns out, we were just delaying the inevitable. But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take a different course.
A new variable? You mean us?
I guess so.
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The Wild Hunt is like an unrelenting force of nature, but Rerir is an individual with an agenda. He's gotta have a weak spot somewhere.
Let's hope you're right.
That said, while I was explaining everything just now, some of the points that Mr. Flint's added caught my attention.
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also shielded Hisi Island from a lethal Kuvaki blast. I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck, even Miss Columbina doesn't have a clue.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log, a NOD-KRAI and Ratnik's Field Journal, and Kuvaki Survey Log.
Oh. No. Still doesn't ring a bell.
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our mystery ally keeps showing up when we most need them. Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. From here on out, we'll have to resolve this crisis by ourselves. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsfarnir was because we'd had reports about a possible source of the Wild Hunt showing up there. But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind it, but clearly, it served its purpose. I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before his return. So maybe luring me away was all a part of his plan. But is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this by himself? The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari. NOD-KRAI of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So, what do we do now? Got any ideas?
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them one by one. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even matter. To my knowledge, the bulk of NOD-KRAI's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no match for Rerir in his current state, let alone with his power still growing.
What if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world.
Oh, it's gonna talk about
The
this?
Eternal Moon was the largest. The Frost Moon was the brightest. And the Iridescent Moon was the most mysterious. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense power. Enough to shape the workings of the world itself. I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's marrow resides within the Traveler.
Hold on. Are you suggesting?
The iridescent moon, the last piece in the puzzle.
That's right. If we can find the Iridescent Moon's marrow, I will be able to regain my strength much more quickly.
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all things. Perhaps they hold further secrets.
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible. However, it is subject to one major condition. How do we locate the iridescent moon's marrow?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I know a way, but we will need to visit the Fatui's Experimental Design Bureau.
Oh, great.
The Experimental Design Bureau? Are you saying we need to involve Marionette?
Yeah.
Yes. I must speak with Sandrone.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't go alone.
Yeah, don't worry, we got her back.
Then that's settled. Next up, our second priority. Somehow, we need to figure out Rerir's end goal. As you saw for yourselves, When he was still in his wild hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for a while, was to try and assassinate this young lady. People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. Perhaps it sheds some light on his title, the Raker of Solnari. The Wild Hunt has plagued NOD-KRAI for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to get to the root cause of what's driving it.
Alright.
It's true. We still know very little about him. If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of NOD-KRAI has a clue, and she has info coming out of her ears.
Oh, that's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines.
Yeah, hi there, Nefer.
She heard me.
Hiding in the shadows.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this humble knight had something else in mind.
I guess they did.
Details. Miss Nefer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rerir. Given the severity of the situation, I think it's fair to say that our only chance lies in uniting as one. And I'm talking all the factions in NOD-KRAI. We can't do this without the Curatorium, but I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over. So, I took the liberty of reaching out for a little chat.
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place, Nefer?
Remember, she has all the information.
Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network? And isn't it supposed to be super hidden?
You really think he could have gotten settled in NOD-KRAI without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig. Of course I know where the meeting place is.
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network. If it's intel you're after, she's your woman. Pretty much seen and heard it all.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what we already figured out.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Seems like you've run into some trouble, huh?
So yeah, let's explain it to her.
Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis. On behalf of the Curatorium of Secrets, I wish you all the best of luck.
So you're just going to sit this one out?
Why should I get involved? What could possibly be in it for me?
What if we told you we can't do this without you?
Yeah, you need an incentive.
Oh? Then I'd say you'd better make it worth my while.
Yep.
I don't work for free.
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, you and I have always been polar opposites in this regard. So I can't exactly say I didn't see this coming. If you insist on compensation, I will pay you. Consider this a formal commission. Sound fair?
You just don't give up, do you?
She never does.
Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box around among the faithful.
Boss, just a thought. If they come up short, maybe you can take the difference out of my next few paychecks. Things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. I'd be gone for good, boss. If there's any way we can make this work, I'd really like to help her. Please? I'm begging you.
Yeah, you can tell the reluctance in her face.
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favors. They are the hardest debts to repay. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well. Yehoda, I will help. But just this once. Don't count on this happening again. Flins, that fragment that Rerir was after, do you still have it on you?
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow up on some leads.
Wait, you actually have some leads?
Shh. This is top secret information.
I guess so.
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. Plus, I know we can count on you, so we'll leave the intel gathering in your hands. And that brings me to the third and final item.
Alright.
We need to find a way to distract him. We need time to make our move, so someone will have to stall him. I'm in for this part, no matter what. Anyone coming with?
Count me in too.
Come off it, you two. Quit playing heroes. I'm way ahead of you here. Nefa did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some decoys over at the NOD-KRAI craft shop. Anyone who's in, follow me. Once they're ready, we'll deploy the decoys across NOD-KRAI. So as long as the rest of you keep moving, he won't catch on to your scent and won't be able to track you down.
I like it. Genius idea.
No biggie.
All right then, we'll split into 3 teams. Once your team has finished their mission, return here and wait for the others. Dismissed!
And so, away we go. Oh, alright. So we'll stand it up like this. Okay. So when we arrive...
Damselette. Wait. And you two? What are you doing at the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau? We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like this, you're seriously pressing your luck. Don't blame us for doing what we have to.
Huh. You really think that's gonna scare us off?
We're not looking for any trouble. I just want to see Zandrone.
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted fugitive for deserting us? Out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all up against, we'll let you leave in one piece. But don't even think about trying to get inside.
Let them in.
Yeah. Shut them up.
But...
Are you going to make me repeat that?
No, my lady.
Zandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
So yeah, let's go in. Well, there's so many cutscenes tonight.
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Columbina. I don't owe you anything.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time and satisfy my own curiosity.
Sure.
Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to even consider sticking my neck out for your sakes.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
I have her in my party.
What?
Huh? You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in NOD-KRAI?
Yeah, she's in my active party.
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in NOD-KRAI are me and... What is it you need to speak to her about anyway?
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must first retrieve the lost moon.
Yeah, what say you to this, wind-up doll? Yeah, she seems lost in thought, but doesn't look surprised. She must know more than she's letting on. I don't understand what Arlecchino has to do with this, but at this point I have no choice but to go along with Columbina's plan.
Is that a no, then?
Yeah, we're only doing this to stop Revere, because he's our common enemy.
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden.
And she'd do it again.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent, insensitive guests who won't stop asking where you've gone. Oh, they've been a real joy.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have.
Wow.
Just like you used to do to me when I upset you.
Jeez, you're such
Who
a shade
cares about
thrower.
how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? I keep losing people. First Rosaline, now you. I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than the multi-centenarian goddess, who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offerings?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time. Was it really just to see how I'd react?
Yeah.
Well, duh. Why else? Watching you squirm was practically my only form of entertainment.
Or was she generally trying to introduce Columbina to new flavors? Maybe that was so Coldness was all an act and they actually get along.
Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around too. But I guess we won't be seeing him again.
Well, at least not in the immediate future.
Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia! Have Favronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea. Will suffice.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting the Fatui wasn't your brightest move. Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared come at you so openly.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. At the end of the day, it was just another transaction. I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions, and I've had enough of being treated like a bottomless supply of power. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, it may be a different group of people, but I see the same greed in their eyes.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I do. The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, the Fatui demanded everything from you in return, until it was more than you could bear. I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back just because the higher-ups told me to. But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real.
Really? I don't see that happening. Yeah, she says that, but she's the one who caved and just agreed to help Columbina.
Guess that's our cue to leave?
I guess.
That might be your plan. But it sounds like someone else wants you to stay a little longer.
Huh? What do you mean?
We're fighting out?
Listen.
Oh, they're inside. Great.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde of monsters is headed straight for the facility.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself?
Huh. You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really think you can afford to worry about me? Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but
I've made sure that won't happen again. The entire Experimental Design Bureau is rigged for war. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in a weapons system.
Yeah, just be careful.
Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, make it quick. Or you'll just get in my way. There's a secret passage on the 2nd floor. It'll take you right to the plains out back. Stare all you want, Columbina. You're not getting another invitation to my tea party.
I know. But thank you anyway, Sandrone.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. All their melodrama and sentimental nonsense is rubbing off on you.
I imagine it'll rub off on you too eventually. And so...
Come on then, Mr. Ray here. Let's pick up where we left off. It's your wild hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations. Let's see who comes out on top.
I'm expecting full ravaging of your military. Yeah, I don't think your machines are going to stand much of a chance. Oh, I have to drive them? Yeah, no one told me I was driving. But, and hey, at least I'm doing something. Ah! Yeah, drive them back, quickly. Yeah, do I have to hold out, or do we just keep going until a stoppage occurs? Because I can see that I don't have all that much in terms of health. Okay, so we held out. Now we've got to do it again.
Prepare to fire!
Yeah, we're pretty much... This is pretty much a man's video game dream come true right now. Yeah, you know, I'm almost getting Call of Duty vibes or Battlefield vibes going here. Yeah, so many people with their heads on fire. Oh.
Keep them pinned down. Don't let them
Oh, what am I aiming at? Also, what's hitting me? Oh, it must be all be over here. I'll just fire away then.
Rotate out. Deploy all backup units. Get in there and hold the line.
Oh. Okay, now the big guns are coming. Yeah, it is. Oh, too close to the camera. Too close to the camera.
Don't worry. Once this is over, I'll put it all back together again. I promise.
Yeah, I can't completely hold the line here. Not good.
Finally, the Ranger himself. Time to...
I'm out of ammo.
Huh? Where'd he go?
I'm out of ammo. Oh, God. Yeah, he's breaking my cameras. He's breaking my artillery. He's breaking through the front lines, and he's not going to be holding back. But I did say this was going to happen. I did call this. So after the Wild Hunt gets through all the defenses...
Polonia, get him! I've upgraded Polonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this, once and for...
She's not here.
Oh.
Where did she go?
We know who you're looking for.
Hey! Over here, you big...
Curse it. Moon. Go. Keep searching. She cannot have gotten far.
Yeah, he went through all that just to try and find the damselettes, and could not find Columbina. And so the marionettes had enough, or rather, her lackeys had enough. Oh geez, how much ground do we have to cover? Open the door to the secret vaults. And
So this is your method for investigating Rarir's past. It almost looks like some kind of ceremony.
Good deduction. But it's quite a different affair from what you're used to with the Frostmoon Scions.
Whoa! First time I've ever been in here. Boss always said it was off limits, so I pictured some kind of creepy dungeon. But it's actually kinda nice. Oh, I guess this must be Sumero decor? That's where Boss is from. And that nice shopkeeper who sold me my treasure compass.
Oh, what's going on?
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned, but it looks like you're all set. When do we begin?
Whenever we wish. But for some reason, I've got a feeling this isn't going to end well. I've never faced Rarir myself, but from what you've told me, his power is beyond anything I could imagine. I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman. Our paths should never have crossed, yet here I am, forced to make an enemy of him.
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it gets. So what are you saying? You're getting cold feet?
Once I take a job, there's no backing out. Still, I have to ask myself if the power I'm relying on will even work on an opponent of this caliber. And also how to make sure I come out of this alive if things spiral out of control. Death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is the great equalizer, however fortunate or unfortunate we may otherwise be. So it's important to consider how to spend what lifespan we have left.
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death. It's bad luck.
For once, I agree with you. When you're up against a foe like Rarir, there's no such thing as being too prepared. Is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind. Time to cash in a precious favor I've been saving for a rainy day. Yehoda, I need you to find someone for me. The sooner the better.
Eh? Find who?
Guess we'll find out.
That shady merchant who sold you an overpriced treasure compass the other day.
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady? She showed up when I was completely lost and sold me a neat little gadget that was exactly what I needed. Trust me, she's a good person.
But she doesn't think so.
Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
And so...
I sent you
Yeah, it's time for our meeting.
Hey, aren't you?
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is. After that rude awakening, she could have completely snapped at us. But instead, she kept it together and just asked for an extra fee.
Dori Sangama Bay? I never would have pictured you two doing business together.
If you want to make it big in NOD-KRAI, it's all about connections. Lady Nefer just so happens to have a lot of intel that interests me. And she also did me a big favor in the past. It was back when I first arrived in NOD-KRAI. My trusty assistant, the genie in my lamp, had an adverse reaction to the Kuvaki and fainted.
Alright, I need to step away for a moment to use the washroom, so I'm just gonna let this run on auto.
And when you know it,
I'll be right back.
That's when I suddenly find myself in a life-or-death situation. Good thing my compatriot was there to swoop in and save the day. I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so that no one here feels left out, I'm willing to extend a 20% discount to fellow friends of Boss Nefer. Plus, any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great Lord Sangama Bay is nothing if not generous. So, let me guess. You've run into some trouble? I've got everything you could possibly need, and the more you buy, the more you'll save.
You guessed correctly. What have you got in the way of survival gear?
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? A jetpack fresh from the Academia's labs? An ancient suit of armor dredged up from the bottom of the sea? At the very least, I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here. If even you're worried about staying alive, it must be pretty serious.
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its knees?
Is that so? Then we really are talking top-shelf treasures. I don't have anything like that in stock right now. I'll have to ask my supplier.
Your supplier?
A powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you, I hear she's planning to visit NOD-KRAI in the near future. If you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here. Can't say exactly how long that'll be, though.
Then, let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered an enemy like that? Roll over and serve yourself up on a silver platter?
Of course not. I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No, no! This is for my personal use only!
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Just for insurance purposes. You'll get it back later. Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to repay one. A win-win situation, don't you think?
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all. Take care now. Don't trip up on your way back, friend.
See you later! You're my favorite shopkeeper.
Excellent. Everything is well and truly ready. The ceremony can now begin. After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. You will see many strange things in your mind's eye. So remember, don't be frightened, and don't make a sound. Now then, Let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Must be Conrian. Simple furnishings, table and chairs. It's a more ordinary house than I might have expected. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnari came from surprisingly humble beginnings. Unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Unlikely. It was said to be a very prosperous nation in its heyday. Anyway, I'll keep exploring.
So yeah, I guess we gotta... Yeah, I just got back in, so... I overheard Dory talking. So, handwritten note.
Hi, Rivier. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop. I've heard good things about their menu. I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone's saying, let's go back together sometime. P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a pin rack. Hope you like them.
They didn't sign their name. But they must have been close. Sounds like they were living together.
Alright, what else is there to find? A few storage boxes thickness to the cabinet, everything inside is neatly organized. Whoever lives here seems to be enjoying a pretty comfortable life. Journal on the table, meanwhile. Except that's a map.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection, but I went alone. Felindis was tied up with something and couldn't make it. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. He then went on to ask about other things. If you ask me, someone who asks that many personal questions is too nosy for their own good. But if he invites me again, chances are I'd still go.
Felindis. That's the same name Rerir mentioned.
Crane imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately. Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I heard it's even mildly corrosive. Seriously, why would you even eat something like that?
I don't know.
I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy. That just isn't the kind of thing I like to eat.
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be because Conria is underground, so it doesn't get much sunlight? That would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings. They even use alchemically modified strains for food. Seems like the people of Conria don't have many options when it comes to dining.
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep it somewhere safe.
Making a big purchase. I wonder what it is.
Most of what's written in the diary are the mundane details of everyday life. It's clear that the author was an ordinary Conrian, or at least that they were passing themselves off as one. The author's handwriting doesn't reveal anything. It's neither showy nor stiff. In fact, it doesn't really leave any particular impression.
He really is a professional. No wonder he's so good at covering his tracks. Despite what he's become, it seems like he's retained certain habits, at least in this regard.
And so, near the end of the diary, you notice the page with a shallow indentation along the bottom. The previous page has been torn out. For now, its contents remain a mystery.
Did Rerir rip it out himself?
Wouldn't blame him. But the pen marks leave these like a trace. With something like charcoal to add some color, you just need to find the right angle. When Nefer looks around, she sees a fine charcoal pencil on the desk. Before long, she has restored the missing words. Compared with the forgettable handwriting from before, these lines have been scrawled in a rougher, more haphazard way, as if the person who wrote them was in an emotional state.
Before I met you, I was convinced that my heart was nothing more than a stagnant pool, the burial place of a fallen moon, a withered, windless grove where the waters rested forever unrippled. It was you who helped me see that my heart hadn't entirely withered away.
This is just trivial sentimentality from the looks of it. Why would he go to the trouble of hiding that? The burial place of a fallen moon.
Guess we'll get more answers eventually. Observe Rarir's memories. Over here.
Rarir, over here.
Oh, hi, Dane Slith.
Dane! Oh, and, Vedaflin here? What a surprise to see you here, sir.
Hello there, Rarir. You need not address me so formally outside of court.
Court?
He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court prophet deserves a break every now and then, right?
Well, I'm flattered.
So, what are we discussing today?
Hey, don't look at me. As far as I see it, we don't need an excuse to have a few drinks.
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say you were about to pop the big question? How's that coming along?
Who'd have thought the great Twilight Sword was an even greater gossip?
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and get married, that's all.
Oh, what's on your mind?
If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed.
So, are you planning to come clean about your job then? I'm guessing you still haven't told her.
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point. But I'll need to pick the right time and place. To be honest, I have no idea how she'll take it.
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. I bet she'll be much more impressed by your actual job than the one she thinks you're doing now. A member of the King's Guard. Quite the cover story. Does the king himself even know?
Of course he does. Anyway, enough about me. How have you been?
Me? Same old, same old. Nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Ved?
It's nothing.
Vedaflin, Dainslift's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria as the Visionary, and said to possess a wisdom far beyond the reach of any ordinary man. And yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have something to say about me. Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother, or just another of the Vinster King's blades?
Guess we'll find out, right?
Why did he react so strongly? Was it really to do with what we were talking about?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So this is what Rarir looked like back in the day. Perfectly normal. No different from anyone else. As frightening as this monster is in the present, there's something even more unsettling about seeing the human he used to be.
And keep observing. Once I get through this, I want to call it a night because I'm starting to get tired. So as you look at the mirror, is that Lumine in that reflection?
Felindis?
Oh, that's
You're
not
back
Lumine.
early?
All right.
Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got off earlier than usual. How's your day been? Aw, why the long face? Is something the matter? Has your boss been giving you a hard time again?
Went for a drink with Dane and the others after work.
Isn't that a good thing?
He doesn't know what words to find right now.
Vedaflin showed up today too. You know, Dainslift's older brother.
Ah, Mr. Vedaflin. Yes, I've heard of him. They say that everything he says ends up coming true.
Oh, great.
He overheard Dainsleif mention that I'd recently proposed and seemed to have an issue with it. But when I asked what it was, he kept it to himself.
So, you're worried? You can be such a child sometimes, Revier. We're nobodies. Why would the Visionary be concerned about us? I'm sure someone in his position has much bigger fish to fry.
Maybe you're right.
You worry too much, Revier. We've been together for ages now, and everything's been going so well, has it not? You've even proposed to me.
Now we know why he's doing what he's doing.
So, you do remember. Tell me then. What's your answer?
Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just rush into things like this. We may be nobodies in the grand scheme of things, but if we want things to work out, we've still got to plan ahead.
All right. Take your time. Just don't keep me waiting forever. Nobodies. Sounds about right. In the eyes of people like Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, what do we matter? Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even see the present clearly? Meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, it affects everything. These days, the king is lost in his research, and the purge of the Crimson Moon bloodline grows ever more intense. The opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it. And I'm under no illusions as to why. Because we eliminated them and got rid of their bodies. A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses to use it. Yet the king has never even considered a gentler approach, and he never will. What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Can he ever find true peace?
So, yeah.
Felindis.
I guess you never found yours, did you?
It's nothing. You were right. Fate has never smiled upon nobodies like us. But by the same token, it's unlikely to bear a grudge against us either. There's no reason we can't keep living happily together, cherishing the simple joys of each day as they come.
See? You just need to stay positive, Revier. I can feel your warmth, your breath. You're right there, right by my side. Just seeing you makes me happy in a way I can't explain. And that's something that no one could ever take away from me. So smile, my love. Let go of that frown.
You're right, Felindis. I've just been overthinking things.
That's better. Getting caught up about things like this will only ruin our evening. Speaking of which, all set for the ball tonight? I need to go get ready.
You go ahead. I just have a few things to take care of, then I'll come join you.
Did this really happen during that ball? Tragedy?
Even busier than the big shots, huh? Fine, I'll go get started. But don't be late. If you keep me waiting too long, I won't be a happy bunny.
Relax. I'll be there. Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain. You're really gonna leave my proposal hanging and still expect me to take you to the ball?
Well, that goes without saying. I already told everyone I'd be coming with a dance partner. Besides, they're two completely different things. Let's take it one thing at a time, all right?
All right. White outfit it is.
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services by giving the impression that he was just an ordinary member of the Venster King's Guard. He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancée to know about his other life. Then again, that's hardly surprising. People in the intelligence trade rarely do. Who'd have thought we were in the same line of work? Let's dig a little deeper.
Alright. I don't know how much more of this there is to do, but we're at 2 hours now, and I'm really starting to get tired, so I'm gonna go ahead and call the stream here because I imagine that this is gonna continue on for quite some time, and there's no hurry for me to get through this right now, especially knowing that once we get through this, that we'll have to go through a lot more plots in the next stream because we're gonna have to reunite with Aino and Effa and see what they're doing, and that's gonna be very plot heavy also. So I really was not expecting this to be so plot heavy and so cutscene oriented, so we'll call things here for this evening and we'll pick things up then tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Monday. So I will look forward to seeing all of you then, and we'll see what happens. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Genshin Impact live here on Twitch. It was good to see everyone again back here on Twitch, and so I will see you guys back here again on Monday. So thanks everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.